Hello guys, this is Manuel A Realtor. Today's video is all about what people don't like about Fort Myers. I'm gonna give you 11 things. It doesn't necessarily mean, a specific one. I bet you there's more out there. Maybe there's less. So hey, I'm just gonna give you what I could gather, the information for a couple of people that I talked to, past clients, people that used to work with me when I used to be in the retail industry. So hey, let's start with that one. And the first thing that people hate about Fort Myers is the beach access. Going to Fort Myers Beach in season is terrible. There's a lot of traffic just to cover, or just to cross the bridge. Probably gonna take you, I don't know, somewhere between an hour and a half to 45 minutes, depending on traffic and if there's anything going on over there in the island. Another thing too, just to find parking space, you gotta pay for it, and it's really limited too as well. So just keep that in mind if you need to go to Fort Myers Beach. If you're in season, which is from late October to like late April, you're probably gonna have a hard time finding parking space and space that you could go to the beach and enjoy the beach. So hey, tip number one is that people hate is the beach access over here in Fort Myers Beach. All right guys, thing number two that people hate about Fort Myers is how rude sometimes the people are when they're driving. When I say rude, they don't put the turn signal, they just go around. Whenever it's raining, they put the flashers on. If you're in rush hour, people are rushing to go back home. Fortunately, if you need to go out early to do any errands, just make sure you give you plenty of time to get to your location. If you need to go to a doctor or grocery shopping, stuff like that, go to work, give you a little bit more wiggly time, see where the traffic times are over here in the area, and you'll be fine. Other than that, if you're driving in the rush hour, you're probably gonna encounter a lot of people doing really rude stuff that you might don't like. That's one of the things that people hate about Fort Myers. Thing number three about Fort Myers is there's a lot of HOA communities. What that means, private communities, developments that have HOAs on it. I always say that there's roughly 70%, maybe a little bit more of communities. The housings are in communities over here in Fort Myers. If you guys want to see, I'm going to put over here pros and cons of living in a HOA. So just take a look at it, when we finish this video. So yeah, one of the things that I have a lot of complaints of people that want to live in Fort Myers, but they don't want to be in a community. And unfortunately, there's not that many areas that have non-HOAs communities, so you could purchase your house. There is, but they're either a little bit more expensive, or there's in an area that most likely you don't want to be living in because of it's far from stores and stuff like that. So thing number three is people hate Fort Myers because a lot of communities are HOA related or have HOAs. Thing number four that most of the people, once they live over here in Fort Myers, they don't like is that the home pricing. They tend to move over here. They go into a community and they got to pay HOAs, CDDs, master plan HOAs too on it. A lot of fees, and the pricing is a little bit more higher. As you guys know, Fort Myers, I would say, would be the city which the housing is a little bit more expensive than, for example, Cape Coral and Lehigh Acres. So why? That may be because of the HOAs communities. The housing is in a HOA-based community, which have a lot of amenities and all that. So that tend to put the price higher. And of course, you're like more into the city of Fort Myers, not Cape Coral and Lehigh Acres. Would it be like your suburbs, in the area? So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to double check the Fort Myers cost of living too, I'm gonna put over here one of the videos. So for my cost of living, just take a peek on it. And just double check the cost of living. Now I did this a couple of months ago, so now with the price of housing going up, it might be defer a little bit, so just keep that in mind, please. Hey guys, if this is the first time on my channel and you want to know everything there is to know about the Fort Myers lifestyle, new communities, pool homes, community tours, city tours, and what it feels to be living in Fort Myers, Florida, then click the subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notified every time I put videos up. My team and I always receive phone calls every single week about people want to move into the area or people that want to move over here to Fort Myers. So if that's one of you guys, hey, you guys could call me anytime. Nothing, let's continue with the video. I know you guys are gonna keep on loving it. So thing number 5 that people hate about Fort Myers is the humidity in summertime, the storms in summertime, and the heat in summertime. It's really brutal. A lot of people go back up north, stay a couple of months over there and then come back. So they have 2 homes. But yeah, the heat down here in summertime is really bad. If you need to cut your grass, you know, I suggest it to do really early in the morning or really late in the afternoon. Don't do it at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, you know, in the afternoon, because you're gonna be sweating. So yeah, it's really brutal. Drink plenty of water if you're walking. And yeah, you know, people hate the heat over here. All right, guys, so thing number 7 that people hate about Fort Myers is the bugs. Right now we are in the beginning of June. I haven't seen the love bugs season hit yet. I drove the other day in the highway. I haven't seen any, you know, stain on my car yet. But they're coming. They're usually out there. There's a lot of fire ants too. So if you're dealing in your, you know, if you like to go and plant flowers and stuff like that, just be careful of it. You know, there's a bunch of beetles too in summertime. If you're having a above ground pool and doesn't have anything to cover it, just be prepared, like every single day, go over there and, you know, scoop all those bugs out of the pool. And another thing too, the mosquitoes. Once it starts raining a little bit more, the mosquito tends to go out. And one hint on that, the mosquitoes will bite you through your clothes. Believe me, you're gonna feel it. Once you're out there in the outdoor doing, you know, maybe on the 4th of July, and there's a lot of mosquitoes, they bite you through your clothes. So be prepared for that. All right, guys, so we're talking about insects and all that. So, hey, let's put the wildlife. Just be careful of the wildlife over here, because we got alligators, we got bears, we got panthers, we got bobcat. You know, hey, you know, we're building, unfortunately, in their habitat. So you can encounter that over here in Fort Myers. So, hey, guys, thing number 8 that people hate about Fort Myers is the wintertime. When I say the wintertime, snowbird season. You know, in summertime, Fort Myers tend to be more calm, more quiet, because, you know, all the snowbirds go back home. But in wintertime, they calm down. And by the way, thank you guys for being over here. Now we're, you know, July, pretty much all of them are back home. So, hey, thank you for coming this year, for those who came. So people hate, you know, I get used to it already. And when I used to work in retail, I like it because, you know, I know I kind of moved more the economy over here. So most of the people, you know, complain it that, you know, we have a lot of snowbirds because of the traffic and all that. But hey, for those who do service jobs, and, you know, that's the bread and butter, you know, I appreciate that we got them coming down. And hey, tourists too, you know, we got a lot of tourists on that time come in and visit the area. So for those who are retired and, you know, don't do anything, you know, hey, I'm sorry. But for those who do service jobs like myself and you know, the other people that work in the area, I bet you they appreciate that we got snowbirds coming down. So hey, thing number 8 that people don't like about Fort Myers is the snowbird season. Some of them. Thing number 9 that people don't like about Fort Myers is the nightlife is not existent. There's not that many places to go out and enjoy the night. If you like to go into discos or, you know, pubs or clubs or stuff like that, you know, it's really limited. I know there's a couple of places in downtown. Fort Myers Beach got a couple of clubs. I think Cape Coral got a couple of areas too, like in the downtown area that, you know, you could go enjoy, you know, go to a bar grill or a bar and enjoy. But the nightlife, don't expect anything like Miami or Orlando or Tampa. This is pretty much, you know, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, everything's, you know, kind of calm or, you know, closed. So some people don't like that we don't have no nightlife over here. So thing number 10 that people don't like about Fort Myers is, believe it or not, compared to Cape Coral, Fort Myers has a lot of flood zones. Yep, that's how you hear it. There's a lot of flood zones. We're next to the or east of the Caloosahatchee River. All that part is kind of in the floods area. The south part of Fort Myers too, all that street going to Fort Myers Beach, it's in a flood zone. So you probably you're gonna be living in those areas. You probably need to have flood insurance, and flood insurance tends to be a little bit more pricey. So that's one thing that, hey, if you want to save a couple of bucks, going to Fort Myers might not the best bet, because you're probably gonna be or needing flood insurance. Sorry. Actually, let me see if I could kind of put over here a picture of the part of the flood zone, so you guys could see pretty much some areas and have an idea, what those areas are, and go from there. That way, you guys be prepared. If you guys want to know a specific areas, just go to FEMA.org and double check some flood maps over there too. So, hey guys, so thing number 11 that people hate about Fort Myers is the hurricane season. Yeah, as soon as a hurricane come in, we got that open water, we got that Gulf area, we're close to the water, so it's as soon as a hurricane coming in, you got to be prepared and be able to have a plan to do it. My best bet for you guys, we already plan out for this hurricane season. We purchased everything that we need to have. I'm suggesting you, if you're new to the area and you're new to hurricane, if you're new to the hurricane season type of thing, just prepare yourself starting mid-May. So that way, if something happened, you already got your supplies, flashlights, canned food, a couple of, you could get a couple of gallons of gas and, keep it. And as soon as there's a warning, you could go and get gas if you need to. So it just, it's all about preparedness, and, hopefully everything, go through, and we don't have to encounter any more hurricanes, which, we live in the tropics. So, hey, we have hurricanes. So